My name's Tom Theiss, as I said earlier. I am anything but a great orator, so I apologize straight up front for that. I've lived here since March of 2021 when we got out of the Navy. I spent 10 years in the Navy. While I was there, it was fairly successful. I was selected to do a pre-commissioning crew on a guided missile destroyer, which in the position I was in, we had to justify everything our defense contractors were putting in, and we had to hold them to a T. And there were much too many to go through to tell you what it's about. After I got out of the Navy, I was fortunate enough to be hired to work for United Parcel Service out of Worldport, originally doing quality assurance checks on the vendors. And then for the remaining 18, 19 years, I've worked holding people accountable for their jobs, which is, I think, one of the biggest things as commissioners we can do here with our vendors, holding them to the letter of the law on those contracts that we have, and also knowing that we know what's in the contracts and how to keep them there. If we need to rewrite them, guess what? We take them there. As you can probably tell already, I don't like to pull bull. That's just not the way I am. Go back a little bit, I'll digress a bit. When I was a sophomore in high school, they asked me to run for class president, and unfortunately I won. Back in those days, what the class president did, made money so you could have a good prom. Well, we raised more money my sophomore year than we did my junior and senior year. I didn't run in my junior and senior year because this is the way I felt. It was time to share the wealth. In other words, somebody else needed to be able to step into those positions, and I've kind of run that through my entire life. So, as far as the community here, my wife said, "Why are you running?" I said, "Well, I've lived here for 21 years, and I retired in January, let's say January 2021. This is the first time I've had the time that I thought it would take to commit to this position. Working for United Parcel Service, I don't know how many folks have any kind of dealings with them whatsoever, but you better know they are demanding. And I did well there. I was promoted a couple times and did well. And in doing so, I also worked in the procurement department where we dealt with the outside vendors, and there again, you learned how to take them down and get the best dollar that you could possibly get. So I don't have a lot of history to say that I've got all this knowledge of city government. Studied at U of L, but that doesn't make it practical. So all I can say is that as far as transparency, it's top of the line. Honesty is about the only thing that you can possibly get above the transparency, and my work ethic is second to none. So that's all I have to say about that.